I've been, I let you pass with with your ex-boyfriend shit, but you didn't tell me everything. Why? Why didn't you tell me everything? Why didn't you tell me that you caught your ex sucking dick and taking it up the ass? Why didn't you tell me? I was just waiting for you. I was like, all right, is she gonna say it?
Well,
I'm gonna open the floor
I got
for her
off
to say it, but
I got off a
you
tangent.
didn't say that you
but-
found your man doing gay tactics.
Okay, so he started his OnlyFans with me, and I thought it was just like, I never watched his content. I didn't even check his Twitter or anything. And he said he was doing collabs with guys, and I was like, okay. And he says there was nothing like going on. He's like, this is just, we're just doing muscle shows and shit like that. And, he was a very negative person, and he would just shit on people all the time and talk shit about, and he would always call me whenever things went really bad, he would say, you are a disgusting whore. And I was paying for everything for him. He didn't pay me for the last 4 months of rent. 2 weeks after my dad died, he downloaded Tinder and was scrolling on Tinder because I wasn't putting out enough. If you really want to know the deep details of who this man was.
I do.
Pulled out Tinder, downloaded Tinder. When I went to go visit my best friend in Austin, I come back and, I got a little irritation down there, and I find out that when I was in Austin, Texas, it cost something, and I got blamed for some of the stuff. And because I did the last collab that I did was with my friends, they're all tested. I'm very safe about it. And I got blamed for giving that, I got blamed for, I just found, I found evidence.
So it was it was just the coincidence.
And it wasn't even like a serious irritation. It was just as I was saying, it was just like a irritation.
But I think what it was probably the coincidence of time. You just got done shooting and just doing some content with somebody, and then you end up getting that fucking with him. So you're kind of like, well, damn, where did all this come from? Now there's questions.
Yeah, but the collab was about
Tested.
It was 4 weeks ago, and I remember getting a test after that collab, and it was. I'm very anal now.
So do you feel like since he was fucking?
So that
dudes,
was weird. That was weird. I didn't know that he was smashing dudes at that time. Really, yeah. It was on the back burner, and and I find out that when I was gone, there was text evidence. I mean, I'm crazy.
Was he given or taken?
Oh no, it was a girl. And I find out that he was telling all of our friends that we were broken up, and we weren't at that time. I know, I was very well aware that we weren't.
No, I'm saying when you've seen him sucking dick, right? You saw him.
This was recent. This was recent. This was very recent, like a few weeks ago. Someone sent me the video. That's, there was a video of it.
He been doing it though. He had been doing
it. Yeah, he deleted.
It.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's off social media and stuff. That's he just. I don't know he's off socials and shit like that. So as I said, I never really saw anything. But I'm saying that for how he acted towards me and disrespected me when I was, I'm very supportive. I did a lot on, in the relationship to change myself because I recognize my faults. I'll say I'm a lot. It's not that I demand a lot, but all I was demanding was for him to find something outside of OnlyFans. And he was like, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Oh, he found something, all right.
Yeah.
He found something, all right, dummy.
No, but this was during when he had his account.
You never know where you push a person to until you push him.
But I'm saying this was, I mean, I think that his excuse would have been oh, this is just for money. And I mean, yeah, I respect it. And it's not, I'm bisexual. I don't find anything wrong. If you're being such a negative, terrible person to other people.
So that's what you say your problem was. You were like, I don't give a fuck what he did, how he did it. You were like, you just didn't like how he treated you and treated people.
Yes. And then in the meantime, I'm just this is, you gave him and even his family, bro. I would listen to conversations of his mom screaming through the phone. You're dating a fucking whore. She is ruining you. Fuck this bitch. I wish you guys have never met. She is disgusting. All the names in the book. And I heard this almost every month. He would talk to his mom. and he wouldn't really defend me over
Yeah,
anything.
that's not good.
And then whenever things went wrong, he started screaming at me, calling me the disgust. He's like, you are fucking disgusting. You're nobody's gonna love you. I don't ever want you. I don't want you. And like, meanwhile, I'm like just trying to I'm trying to fix it. And like, I'll say like, I would have meltdowns because I didn't know what else to do to help this situation. And then I find out that he's like downloading Tinder 2 weeks after my fucking dad died. It's like, it's disrespectful. It's the most form of disrespect after me taking care of him for years and guiding him. And, I paid for his cartoon because one of his last things that I paid for was his cartoon, because he's like, you owe this to me. I'm in your videos. I help you with your TikToks. I help you with all of this, and you owe me this, and you make so much money. You're disgusting. You're so selfish. And all this shit. I'm like, dude, this is my money. Yes, I'll take you out to dinner. I'll do whatever. And like, it's just more so of like me never feeling enough ever. So it's just like, it was an endless cycle of me, I would have like meltdowns, and he would call me crazy for having these meltdowns. He would go to his friends and saying like, this bitch is so fucking crazy. I hate her and all this shit, like behind my back, bro. And meanwhile, I'm like, I'm like going to my therapy. I'm trying my best to figure out like, okay, what I can do to improve this relationship. I stopped demanding money of him because I was afraid that he would explode on me when I was paying rent and stuff like that. And he's like, you see me struggling and you don't even care and all this shit. I'm just like, oh my God. So, I'm still, it's something. I mean, I broke up with him a while ago. It was like during last year. And I mean, like, I just, it's just like one of those things. It's like, as I wish him the best. I really do wish him the best, but he should be a lot smarter about things. And I mean, finding that video recently, and also I found out that some of my friends who lived in the same building as me, or like some people in my building, saw him doing stuff with guys on the balcony. And I'm just like, oh, I'm like, okay.
Yes,
A lot of people saw that. And like, I remember like walking in one time and they were like in the other room and they were like moaning and shit like that. I was like, oh, and I just left. It's like one of those things.
Who was?
My ex and some other person. I don't know. I think he was planning. I think I knew that he was doing a collab, and I had no idea what they were doing. And like, I was in such a weird headspace that I just kind of just ignored it and just left.
All right, so you see it. We just hit 500K. You know what that means? That means you gotta subscribe and get us to 600K, because we are dangerously close to 666K. Let's go.